So we're going to have to make meals, so we can get engineers, so we can make the woodcrafters, so we can output the wood planks, so that we can complete the contract, so we can advance the main story quest and unlock tier 3. You're not following this, are you? Hello denizens of the internet, and welcome back to the Dire Penguin Show. Today we're continuing our look at Blueprint Tycoon, and specifically we're looking on getting through Tier 2 and onto Tier 3. Now, since the last time I recorded, the game has been updated, and they released the scenario editor. This is good. It solves some of the content concerns I had with the game, but it does mean that our old save is no longer compatible with this version of the game, and so I had to just abandon that and start the scenario over. Now, it wasn't that big of a deal. I was able to do things a lot faster since I knew what I was doing, and I have things similar, at least, to the way that they were before. You'll notice a few differences over here near the port and up here near this upper storage area, but I've at least kept the same theme of what we were doing before, and I've tried to make things similar where I think it was appropriate. Where we are in this game, we are currently trying to get our wood plank research so that we can fulfill our wood plank contract. And to do that, we're actually going to have to do several things along the way. Before I get started on that, though, I want to tell you about why I made the changes I did, what I'm thinking, and where I'm looking to go with the way I've laid things out. The biggest difference is this iron ingot production facility, which originally was down here, and now I've moved it back up here close to the storage. And basically what I'm trying to do there is bring the goods out of storage into this area, and then take them right back out to the storage. And then from there I'm using balloons to move the iron ingots to the two storage facilities on the side. And the reason why I'm doing this is I'm looking at the research that we can do, and I'm seeing a lot of other goods that we can produce. And I don't know for sure, but it could be that we're going to want to be making those goods close to this storage and delivery area. And so I've tried to save as much space there as I can. I could have put this stuff over here, but I don't know. I feel like some of these goods, and I don't know which ones because I haven't played the game before, but I feel like some of these goods, like maybe the copper and perhaps the oil and things like that, we're going to have to get to our construction area so we can make other goods. So I've tried to kind of just split here because I don't know, but I'm trying to leave myself as much space as I can over here. And this is slightly inefficient, but I've learned some tricks on making this sort of thing here more efficient, where the workers are having to carry their goods a small distance. And we certainly haven't eliminated the option for us to just build a road in and move the goods manually. Yeah, this guy's going to be walking a while, but we could assign extra people to carry the goods. Okay, the other thing that I did in the off-camera time where I was recreating our world is to go in here and tweak the blueprints for some of these production buildings. You'll notice this building here is producing 8 per day. It wasn't originally. Originally, I think it was producing 4.8. And if you look at this blueprint, I've figured out how this works, and it's pretty cool. So we can actually test this, and I'll explain it while the testing is going on. So there's a green guy here who is a gatherer. He has a tool that lets him gather the wood. And when he does, it appears on the block underneath him. This blue guy is has a cart, which allows him to carry up to 3 goods at once. The original blueprint had the green guy produce a good, and the blue guy would go over and drop it. And then he'd come back. And of course you could see there's already another good there, and that green guy is just sitting there during this whole time. So what I did was just say, okay, well if he's got a cart, let's just have him pick up 3 and make that trip once. And this has bumped us up to producing 8 per day. The other thing that we might be able to do is tweak this green guy after he produces the 3 to produce again and carry the goods over. Let's give it a try. We can test that and see if it improves things. So he's going to start. Then he's going to gather, then he's going to gather, then he's going to gather, then he's going to gather one more time, grab, go over here, drop, and we'll see how that does. So, yeah, there we go. So now he's going to produce, this guy's going to grab it, he's going to produce, this guy's going to grab it, he's going to produce, this guy's going to grab it, and start walking. He's going to produce again, grab it himself, and carry it over, and drop it. And then the process starts over. So now we bumped it up again, now we're at 9.2. And once we say okay, and, sorry, we have to test it again without changing the settings. We can save that, and now we're producing 9.2 per, I have to assume, day. And all of our other wood production facilities have now gotten this upgrade. So you can see how there's kind of this puzzle game where you can make things more efficient. And this gets more complex if you look at the blueprints behind something like this, where you go, oh gosh, this is decently complex. And here you have multiple good types coming in, you're welding them together, you're producing outputs, and then you can either ship them out, or you can take advantage of these alpha symbols. And what these alpha symbols do is they allow you to use the cloner or the shredder. The cloner creates a duplicate of whatever item you're carrying, I presume. Yeah, if you have this, you can't have the cart, so you can't be carrying multiple items. So it does generate waste, it says, but it duplicates the item. So if you have some complex production chain in here, you could duplicate the item. You don't have to rely on just the goods that are coming in. The shredder does the exact opposite. It just destroys an item. And so we can actually tweak this here probably to make this more efficient. And we may do that in a little bit. But for now, it's adequate speed. So what our main goal is today is to get through the wood planks, our wood contract mission, our tools, which I don't know what this gives us, and get ready and possibly even research tier 3. Now that doesn't sound like all that much, but we're actually going to have to do more than that, because to generate the wood planks, where's that? Oh, I haven't researched it. I know that the wood planks are going to require engineers, and the engineers require meals. So we're going to have to make meals, so we can get engineers, so we can make the wood crafters, so we can output the wood planks, so that we can complete the contract, so we can advance the main story quest and unlock tier 3. You're not following this, are you? Okay, so to get started with, we're going to do what it tells us to, which is to upgrade our delivery to tier 2. I think we did this in the last mission, but what this is going to have the effect of is it's going to increase the number of contracts we can fulfill at once. Previously, we could only fulfill 15, now we can fulfill 25, and I think we also get a little extra worker guy that moves goods in. So, the next thing we want to do is, well actually, let's go ahead and fulfill these contracts. Let's just bump up these for now. The reason being, I don't have very good input of iron ingots, and the reason why is our other balloon is transporting iron ingots over to the storage, which is then being carried to the construction yard. So what this means is, at the moment, we have fewer iron ingots that are available for this balloon to take over here. Although, we have 10. Why is he waiting? I'm not sure. Maybe 10 is the most you can hold over here? I don't know. I need to upgrade a worker route to route 2, or to level 2, so let's upgrade this one right here. It's only going to cost us a person and a token. And what this has the effect of is we now have this yellow guy that can carry 2 goods at once. And that's handy, particularly going to our construction yard, because if we get into building a lot of buildings such as worker houses and the production facilities and things like that, it's going to be annoying to have to wait for resources. So instead, let's have this guy be able to carry resources very quickly and be able to refill our construction yard very fast. Okay, so now the game wants us to build an airship in our main facility, which it doesn't realize I've already built 2, so I'll go ahead and do that. And that will get started. While we're doing this, let's go ahead and research our wood planks. Make sure my vial production is set up. It is. I just need to give it a blueprint. So I'll do that. And I don't care about the blueprint here. We could look at this and see if we could optimize that, but that just looks like it would hurt my brain. And instead, I'm just going to let them do the default, because I don't care about the speed of that at the moment. Not really, because we're doing these other quests in the meantime. Alright, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and mention what happened with the game update. So, the scenario editor was released, and it looks pretty impressive. It's built into the game, and it lets you customize pretty much everything. What buildings are available, what recipes they use, what their blueprint layouts are, what quests become available, what contracts are there, what missions you get over the course of the game, all these triggers and what islands there are, and all that stuff is built into the scenario editor. It's pretty cool, and it addresses one of the concerns I had with the game, which was, okay, right now there's only the one developer-made scenario, and once you play that, you're kind of out of content. And so I was concerned that, not for the end game, because I believe the end game it will have lots of scenarios that you can do, but I was concerned during early access, you play it once and then it's like, well, you're kind of done. Well, now there's user-generated content, now there's workshop support, so now users can kind of fill in for the developer in the meantime while he's working on features. they can give you content to play. And in fact, he actually has posted an example scenario, and it looks pretty cool. We might try it out. Okay, let's just see what on earth is going over here. Okay, it's going to continue to yell at us. I don't really want them wasting their time on some of these other goods because I don't want them to deplete our resources here. Although it looks like they're starting to do that on coal. So we have plenty of profit, so I might actually take them off coal a little bit and just tie up the wood planks here, even though they just end up waiting at the end of the day. We might be able to increase this output, but notice here, this building is only outputting 3.2 per day, even though its production is 7.2. What that means is it's actually being dominated by this guy having to walk this route every time. So this number here is the actual functional number of outputs achieved per day. And this number can drop for two reasons. Either your demand is low because your target building is full and isn't demanding anymore, or it's dropped because of the guys having to walk and you're not achieving what you could be, which is this number right here. So let's actually upgrade this route and make him carry 2 items at once. And now we should see this number jump. And what I'm hoping is if we can reach equilibrium where we are outputting more from this building than we're draining from this building, then we'll be able to see the true number of outputs per day that are actually being used. And now we know that should be, what, 6? It should be 5. But once this building is full, then you'll actually be able to see that. But you can't see your actual number used unless the building is truly in equilibrium. Okay, enough talking about that. Let's see if we can't craft ourselves some meals. Because then we can get engineers. Okay, so to do that, it's down here, and it's going to take meat and vegetables and produce waste and meals. Okay. So this is going to be our second waste-producing building. So it would be nice to be able to build it up here, but I don't have any roads or anything that would make that at all profitable, because then they're going to have to take those meals down here. So I'm thinking what I might do is actually build it right here. And this looks a little bit funky, but what I'm thinking is this is still relatively close to the market, so we can take the produced goods straight to the market. And then it's also close to both of our production facilities, at least reasonably close. And what the problem with this is going to be that it's decently far from a waste consumption facility. But we might be able to optimize that out. Let's go ahead and set up our inputs. I don't think we're going to have enough vegetables to keep up with this, but let's keep up with it for the moment. And let's take a look at this blueprint. 20 per day. Okay, we won't need 20 per day for a long time. Let's see if we can possibly get rid of our waste. So what is going on here? Green has a cart, so he's picking up this good, walking over here, dropping the 2, and then leaving. Interestingly, he could clone them, but that doesn't make much sense. Okay, then blue is welding them together. If you take a welder and you fuse vegetables and meat together, you might get something that could be qualified as a meal. You might also get something that can qualify as garbage, which is also being produced. Yellow guy is a cloner, I believe. Yeah, so he's actually cloning them, which is going to produce trash as well. No. Looks like that doesn't produce trash. At least not directly. You don't have to take the trash to the output. So instead, he's generating those, and then, well, let's just watch it. I think what's happening is then red is going over and picking up the cloned goods. So they weld those together. That's a little bit inefficient. We can fix that, but... Okay, then trash is dropped off. No. Huh. Okay. We could probably drop... Yeah, this is generating 12.5 trash per day. In fact, we should probably pause this while this is going on. Alright, let's see if we could change that a little bit. Let's instead have red shred items. And let's just delete his chain here. We can always go back to the default. There's a load default button here. So let's grab. We'll take it over here. Actually, no. We'll take it over here and shred. Okay, let's just test this. I think it's going to tell us that something is broken here. I think because I didn't change yellow. I think I didn't change the yellow's plan, so it won't work. Yeah, he can't. Okay, so it broke. Okay, so let's change yellow. And actually, let's change red. Alright, so this just made my brain hurt a little bit too much. I'm going to leave this for now, and I'm just going to build a garbage disposal. I could make that meal production really slow and generate no trash, but I feel like I need to just move on because I've spent a little bit too much time there trying to optimize that. I've left a little gap there because I want to put a road there, but let's just go ahead and tuck the trash disposal down here. Can I not do that? Don't have enough people! Oh, okay. Gotta wait for this house to be built. While I'm doing that, let's go ahead and build a little road here. Upgrade that. Alright, so now we can build in a trash disposal here, which we're just going to drop in there, build a road to it. And then we're going to have a guy delivering trash to the building. Okay. So let's see, we've built up a few meals, not very many. Probably because we were full on trash. Okay, so we may want to... he's keeping up. Okay. We may need to upgrade that route later. I don't know. The one concern I do have is our cattle welder here is pretty much maxed out. We're generating as much meat as this building is, and this building combined are taking. We're probably actually maxed out. So I need to see if I can adjust this blueprint. And I took a look at this one, and I think I can definitely improve it. So what this is doing is currently this guy's picking up 2 cattle, taking them over here for the blue guy to weld together, and he drops them and then welds them. Well, the blue guy just spends that time waiting. He's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Our yellow guy has plenty of time. I can't really speed that much up unless I speed up this first half of the algorithm, if you will. So let's see if we can do that. We're going to change the actions of the green guy and the blue guy. What we're actually going to do is we're going to have the green guy just pick up 1. And then come over here and drop it. And then we're going to have the blue guy actually start over here and then walk over there and weld. So let's go ahead and test that. I think I did something wrong. Yeah, I didn't add in the grab. Okay, drop, weld. Okay, 4.8. All right, this is better. And this hopefully will allow us to produce enough meat to feed both our researchers and our engineers, because of course the meat is being used in the meals. We may need more cattle producers here. Let's go ahead and get rid of the old blueprint. It's in use. All right, now it is. Okay, so this is going to produce more meals. Hopefully we'll see this output number change, and we'll see that we aren't maxing the building out. If we are maxing it out, then I need to take a serious look at this blueprint and see if I can improve the efficiency of it, or possibly we're looking at another building. We have room left on our cattle here, but that's it. Whoa, we are out of vegetables. Okie dokie. Can we improve this blueprint? Yes, I think I can. So basically what this one is doing is it's producing 3 goods, and this guy gathers them up, carries them over here, and drops them off. Well, the problem with this is while he's walking over there, the green guy is doing absolutely nothing. So I think that what that means I can do is I can actually change the green guy's actions to start here, gather 4 times in a row, then grab one and walk it over himself. Yep, that improved our efficiency. So now what's going to happen is while the blue guy is walking over and then slowly dropping them one by one, the green guy will actually gather and carry over an extra. So every 3, we kind of get that extra in there. Now it does mean that we waste a little bit of time here where there isn't one waiting for the blue guy to pick up, but the net effect is actually a positive improvement. So we've improved our vegetable collection. So let's save that one. Probably going to need another one of these buildings though. So probably a good place to put that is just right here. Yeah, let's do that. And let's set up a route between these 2 and a route like that. In fact, I should probably have the one feeding this building only, and then the other one feeding the marketplace. You know, that's probably smarter. Let's go take rid of this one, and let's get rid of this one. Now, the reason to have both is because if one gets overloaded, the other one can fill in, but I think this will work better. Okay, that was minor disaster. We almost started running out of food. And if your food starts dropping in here and they don't have any available, then this bar up here, your kind of reputation bar, will start dropping. Okay, but we've got our meals now, and we have plenty in the market. And so you'll actually see that they aren't carrying these here because it's full. So now we can actually build our engineer's house. And now you see why I built this road down here. It's just to save space a little bit because I can build another house over here. Okay, so now we have engineers, and now we can get our wood planks. So for our wood planks, because they're going to generate trash as well, I'm thinking I'm going to put them right here. Build a road like so. And then take the trash up there. And take the wood to these output stores here. If it turns out that we need it for construction, then I'll modify this route to carry it to the storage area. But for now, that'll probably be okay. Let's give it the default blueprint for the moment. We can optimize that, I'm sure, but right now we don't need the profit margin. We're just looking to complete this mission, so, you know. Now, we don't have any wood input here, so I actually need a wood harvester up here. And start getting some wood input between here. Okay, so now we'll be able to get wood down here. Now, that may be too slow. In fact, I'm almost sure that is too slow. I could have put the wood producer down here, and I probably would, except some of these researches may require wood. I don't know. I don't think that they do, but I don't know what tools does. So I put the wood up here so that other things can use it, because they'll just be pulling from the storage to either side. But what I can do here is upgrade the route to a yellow guy here, and then he should be carrying 2 wood at once down here to this facility. I'm not sure what that symbol means. We have no inputs? Yeah, I upgraded the wrong route. Okay. And now I need more people. Alright. Well, let's continue our worker housing sprawl here. Upgrade a harvester to tier 2. Alright. I don't know what upgrading the harvesters to tier 2 does. I did this a little bit off camera, and let's go ahead and upgrade this before I forget. Alright, he'll carry 2 down, which is what we need for a cycle. So now that yellow guy will be carrying a cycle each time he arrives. Let's see if that's fast enough. Looks like that's a yes. I think he's actually delivering the goods fast enough that he can keep up. Yep, okay, good enough anyway. Yeah, it says upgrade a harvester to tier 2. I haven't figured out what this does, but I'm noticing we're still low on vegetables here, so maybe I'll go in here and say, okay, well, let's upgrade this guy. And I don't know what that does, because you'll notice this number doesn't appear to change, and neither does this blueprint area. So if I upgrade this, that number doesn't change. This didn't change, I don't think. We didn't get more tools. I think it may just be the storage capacity, how many it can have on hand. I'm not sure. What I could do is I could also add a route here. It's going to be slow and inefficient, but it's going to increase the number that we have available. We are still low on meat, though. We're very close to maxing that out. 4.1 out of 4.8. That's probably limited by the walk time of the worker, although we have some on hand. So we already have an output to the marketplace. Let's go ahead and upgrade that route. And you know what? Let's upgrade this one too. Because it's going to take 2 cattle for a cycle, so that means each time he walks this route, he's going to carry a complete cycle's worth of meat in there. Now that is actually going to be faster than they can drain it over here, but I think the unupgraded was a little bit too slow, and I'd rather have it a little bit faster than slow. So we should see this number possibly up a little bit. We should at least see the number in storage continue to climb. Okay, so we've had a little bit of maintenance there to do, but let's go ahead and see if we can't get our upgraded tools. Now, we've just bumped up our meat production capabilities as much as I can. So let's go ahead and upgrade this, but I'm a little bit concerned we might run into trouble with our food there. So now we can get tools. We'll go ahead and set our vials up, and that research will start going off. We need to keep an eye on this. I am definitely concerned about that, but for the moment. We'll just live with that. We're still having absolutely fine on the profit front. We have a profit margin of almost 40%. I could probably afford to do more of these wood planks at once, and there's no point in it. We're not delivering them fast enough. So, can I improve this any? Let's see. Yes, this is that same deal where that one little simple optimization is enough to bump this up. I can make the yellow guy, or the blue guy start here, delete all his old stuff. He's going to go over here, drop, over here even, and drop and weld. Then the green guy, we're going to have him just grab one, then come over here and drop. And even this very simple optimization, we aren't using the fact that he has a... Well, you know what? We might be able to improve that some. I'm just sitting here looking at it. This is a very simple optimization, and it does improve the speed of it. But I think I could probably make use of the fact that he can carry 3. Yeah, hold on a sec. Let's grab 3. Go down here, drop. Go up here, drop. Go down here. Okay, and then the blue guy is going to weld again. All right, let's see this in slow motion. So what I've done here is we do it in kind of a two-phase cycle. We carry 3 in 1, drop, he welds, then immediately we fill up again. Yeah, I don't know that that's any faster, but it makes me happier, so we're gonna go with it. This little cycle is to make sure it doesn't break. Okay. All right, we'll save that. Our old score was 7 something, so now we're up to 9.5. That's a little bit better. We'll generate a little bit more. Generate a little bit more trash, but we can see that we have way more capacity that we can do, and I can actually improve this blueprint some. Okay, we've completed our tools research, so now we just need 24 researchers to be able to research Tier 3. And we'll complete this wood mission here in a few days too. Our food production seems to be better. Now that we've gotten the 20 meals here, and we're clearly able to outsupply our engineer's draw, that means this building isn't drawing as much meat, which means this building is able to keep up just barely. That's going to be an ongoing concern. I have enough room, my cattle production to afford a little bit more, but I may be looking next episode to put in another cattle production and another meat facility, which is going to make me regret putting the vegetables right here. Let's go ahead and upgrade one of these researcher buildings to level 2, though, so that I can research Tier 3. And while we're doing that, we'll set up our vials again. It's a little bit annoying that the game does that. I understand why it is, but I wish it didn't. We still have plenty of profit, and here in a few days we're going to finish off this wood mission. Looks like they're delivering none? They're not producing any? Hang on. Why not? They're not producing anything. Let's load the default back. And switch them over to using that. Huh. Alright, let's see if we can watch it. Let's see what happens. Fix them up just like we wanted. Go over, drop them off. Weld, take the goods out. Make the next batch. Go. Looks fine to me. I wonder if I switched like mid-cycle so they couldn't start in on the next blueprint. That may be a thing. But, well, we're producing now, so... A little bit strange. One thing that does make me happy is it looks like they're able to produce 2 in time for this guy to deliver. So he is actually fully able to saturate the carrying capacity of the generation of this facility. So, it's good news there. So, it looks like it's probably going to be another 2 days or so for us to finish this mission here. So we'll just put it in fast forward to get that done. And in that time, our research should be completed. We now have access to Tier 3. Ooh, red. Okay. And now we're done with that. Okay, so now we have unlocked Tier 3, and we have access to all of these goods, as well as completing that mission. So, do we have any more contract missions? No. Okay. Well, I think this is a good place to stop. I think we'll come back next episode and explore Tier 3, but this has been a gentle go-through of Tier 2, and I'm rapidly coming to the conclusion that I probably have laid out this island pretty poorly, but, well, we'll see if we can't make it work. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.